So that is actually
nice.
helpful for Disney. But I do think that it can get very pricey. It can get very out of hand very quickly if you don't look for deals or if you don't plan ahead. And like with the rides, you can look at the map on your phone and it will tell you the wait times on each ride. So that is actually
nice.
helpful for Disney because you can kind of plan ahead. Or
Number, taking a name, if you code at the door, welcome to the game.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Dear Dilemma. We have a new anonymous submission, and Brooke is going to read about it.
Yep. Okay, so it says, we want to take a family vacation this year, but we can't decide if we want to try Disney or Universal. Our kids are 9 and 12, so we want to make sure they can enjoy the rides and we get our money's worth. Which park should we go to?
Ooh.
I've personally been to Universal, and I'm getting ready to go to Disney for the very first time in a few weeks. And
I've been to Disney, but I've not been to Universal.
Oh, Universal's so fun. But I also went without children. And I'm also going to Disney without kids.
Well, that's okay. I think a lot of people enjoyed both without children, for sure.
I think that they also enjoy it with kids. I don't know. I feel like both are good because I think it depends, too, your 9 and 12-year-old, if they, are into Disney and Disney movies, or if they're into more Universal movies, like, what do they have? Like, Minions are over there, The Simpsons, the Mummy Ride.
Harry Potter World. I mean,
I'm going to find a way to get into Universal after Disney just to get a butterbeer because I miss it so much.
I do feel like, so 9 and 12, I feel like if they're into Harry Potter, you have to do Universal.
Oh, and park to park. Because tickets are insane to Disney. Insane. And they're high at Universal, but I'm pretty sure the amount that I'm paying to go for one single day at Disney is the same amount that I would have gotten at Universal for park to park and enjoyed both parks. And they just opened a third park.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and I don't get all that. I like just doing the two. I can knock it out in one day. The Disney that has like 12 parks,
It's a lot. You could go back to the same park like 2 days in a row, too. We went to Disney. My son was 1, and he got in free. He was like 1.5.
Well, good.
So we went before we had to pay for him, basically.
Smart.
And actually, we did our whole trip for like maybe $2,500. Like, it was probably the cheapest Disney trip.
How long were you there?
On record. We were there for, I think, 4 days and three nights.
That's another thing. They didn't write in here how long they're going to be, but I do know, and I think it's at, like, I don't know if Universal has any resorts. I'm sure they do have resorts. In Disney, both have resorts you can stay at, because the people I'm going with, they're going for the week. I just couldn't afford it because I'm poor. But they're staying at a Disney resort, so they could like go to the park, or if they want to go back to the pool or like a water park, they could. Like Universal has water parks. I'm sure Disney has some water parks. But yeah, so there's options, especially like you don't have to. And the parks are open till like 9:30, 10 o'clock sometimes. Yeah. So like you can enjoy, going to the park, coming back, getting in the pool, going back to the park at night. Maybe it's less crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I liked Disney. I think it was a cool experience to do it. We did Epcot the first night, and I wish that I would have done Epcot without a kid, because I feel like there's
rides.
It's like all around the world, so you can like walk around and like it looks like Paris, and there's like all the Paris like food, and then you go to Germany and they have German beer, and it looks like Germany.
That's the
and
one. Okay.
Yeah. So I
had a choice on where I could go. And my friend was like, we should go to this one so we could try the drink around the world. But then I was like, well, if I'm going to go and I'm going to pay, I really want to see Cinderella's castle. So we're going to do Magic Kingdom.
That's what the other park that we did was Magic Kingdom. But I think in my mind, I'm like, I could do Epcot and do that full, like, cool, like, drink around the world. But I'm sure how much the drink costs. I would be so broke before I made it to 2 continents. Yeah. It's neat to see and like walk through, but I don't feel like there's as much there. But I do feel like there's some people that are die-hard Epcot fans. So like I don't want to make anybody mad. I just don't think it was for me when we went. We also went in August. It was super hot.
We're going to July.
I would not recommend.
Make sure you bring your fans.
I have a fan.
Make sure you bring like those cooling
They were like,
towels.
make sure your shorts have like, or wear bike shorts underneath so you're like don't chafe. But I went to Universal in October, so, or it was October, maybe it was the first week of November, so it was a little bit cooler. And it wasn't as crowded, but I like wore workout shorts and stuff and a t-shirt and regular tennis shoes, and I like, of course you're going to be sore because you're walking all day, but I wasn't exhausted, so I'm like, they're making me nervous thinking like it's going to be really
It's just really hot. I think it was harder with a child because we felt like we needed to keep him out of the sun and stuff too, so we would go back.
Does it smell good at Disney? I hear they have secret scents throughout like the gardens and stuff that are spraying so you don't smell all the trash.
I don't know. I don't know that I noticed
Disney
it.
secrets. And like underneath the park are secret tunnels so the characters can get.
Yeah. I do think we didn't get to enjoy very many rides, so I do think like 9 and 12 you might look into. I think there's like a Toy Story park.
Oh yeah, that one you get a Slinky.
Yes, so those are like more the older kids rides. So like if you had a 9 and 12
tell
year
you
old, I
online
think you could do that.
Like what's the thrill? Because I asked that. I was like, okay guys, I don't really enjoy roller coasters and whatnot. Like the only reason why I got on them at Universal, the ones that I did get on, is because majority of the rides at Universal are inside, and I don't know what I was getting on, so like I was stuck. There wasn't. I was like, what's this? What do you mean? And I had no way off. So here's a tip. Take Dramamine or whatever it's called. It helped. I did take that and it helped, but I didn't know. Like, so for Disney, I was like, okay, what's a fun park? And then they're like, no, we're going to do the Fast Pass for Tron.
Yes.
And the other fast one is, what's it called? Magic Mountain, the indoor. Yeah. And so what I do, because I want to make sure I'm going to get my money's worth, is I YouTube the ride, like POVs, and they were texting me about them all, and they were like, you're POVing it right now. You're on YouTube watching the ride. I was like, well, yeah, I need to know if I'm going to enjoy it because I don't want to get on it and then ruin my whole day and then ruin your day because I'm nauseous and throwing up. But I think I'll be fine.
I can't believe that you did that. You ruined it for yourself.
I ruined it for Universal, too, because I Googled it, but then once I was on it, I forgot, and it's so dark inside some of those rides that you're like, the Mummy ride, we went from like 0 to it was like 45, which doesn't sound that fast, but it is when you're inside in the pitch black dark and fire's coming at your head. So I closed my eyes the whole time because I was like, I'm gonna die or throw up. Then when we were done, Zach was like, what did you think? I was like, well, I closed my eyes, we gotta get back on it. Like, I was like, good to go. I was like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Go. So I agree. I think it depends if they like rides, like you had said.
Yeah.
And so I've never been to Disney, and you have. Universal, they have some areas that have characters, like around Halloween's really cool because you could do their fear nights or whatever. I've always wanted to do that.
That's cool.
Like Beetlejuice is there and stuff, and their character people are so good at what they do. Like I really also want to go at Christmas because the Grinch, whoever does the Grinch, is so good at his character. But they had like Tron, like we talked to Tron, and I think some of the Minions were out and about, so they're not as many character events. But I think Disney, isn't it like more that than rides?
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, and there's a lot of like you can do character breakfasts, character lunches, character dinners. Yeah, you have to usually make reservations for that. We did a character breakfast with like Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy, and that was like really cool. It was at Cape May, I think. So I would recommend that for small children because you got to see almost all of them, and they signed like Jackson's little book and stuff. But I do think that it can get very pricey. It can get very out of hand very quickly if you don't look for deals or if you don't plan ahead. And like with the rides, you can look at the map on your phone, and it will tell you the wait times on each ride. So that is actually helpful for Disney because you can kind of plan ahead, or you can even look at days or weeks leading up to your trip and see like what times are more busy. To kind of decide like when you should go.
Universal has that. They have like the time thing on the outside of the ride, like the line's going to take you 45 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. But honestly, I feel like we didn't wait very long. But it also what was their kind of more off season. I don't know about Disney. That's why we're doing Fast Pass on just two of the rides because it's like $25.
Yeah. I do think both could be very enjoyable. I really think it depends on what your kids are into right now.
I can see how Disney would be more money, though, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Because Universal, they don't have all that. Like, they have restaurants and stuff you can eat at, which are expensive, but you're not leaving and your kid's going, oh, I want to go to the gift shop because I want Mickey ears and a shirt and all this, and I need a fanny pack. So your kid's not wanting all that stuff from the gift shop at Universal, because really the only thing that we really wanted from the gift shop at Universal was the Harry Potter candy, because it's unique.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know some of that stuff you can get off of Amazon.
Really?
But some of it is like you're not going to find it at like Five and Below, where they're like, oh, they have the Harry Potter candy. Like, this is Universal specific, but again, you can find some off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But that's like the only thing we bought. Whereas Disney, you know, when I go, I'm not going to buy Mickey ears because I'm not going to wear them. That's silly.
Right.
But I do want like at least a crew neck or a one T-shirt. But when you have kids that know Disney characters, they're going to want everything in that shop. So maybe you need to think financially, like, what would be more affordable, or maybe you could do Universal for most of your days and then pick one park at Disney to do where you're not paying out the wazoo.
Yeah, I think it's just all about planning, like the time that you go. I actually got a discount through work because it was like that
Nice.
perks at work or something. I don't know. It's some kind of program. A lot of companies have it. And I booked through there and got a really good deal on like our hotel and
I tried. Mine's
car
only like if you
combo.
spend 3 days or more.
Well, which we did.
I'm
was
going
why,
for a day. I was like, what about those that are poor?
Right.
For today.
But I do think like Universal would probably be more affordable, and it might be more fun depending on, you know, what your kids are into. Again, I think
it depends
that
on what
Universal
they
could be
do.
really fun. I want to personally go to Universal.
I'll go with you.
Because I think it'd be fun. Disney was okay. I liked it a lot, but I don't know that I would want to go back like every year. Like, I have some friends that take their family members like literally once or twice a year. They're obsessed with going. I think it was a cool experience, but I don't know that I would want to do it that much.
The two that I'm going with, the mom and daughter, the mom goes a lot, like multiple times a year, because her husband's job, that he has a lot of conferences that are in Orlando and Disney. So she's like just tags along and goes. So it's kind of nice though that I will be going with kind of like Disney experts, because we're not going to be like, oh no, what should we do? They're going to be like, okay, this is how it's going to be, like, and I like that. Typically, you know, vacations, I like to roam around and kind of like dilly dally a little bit, but I feel like at Disney it's a good thing where they're like, don't buy that, don't do this, we're going to do, like, save your money, do this isn't worth it, it's not worth your time, like, and I said, I'm not going to go on It's a Small World ride. Like, you know, I don't want that song stuck in my head. They're like, no, you are. We are getting on that.
I also hated that. I hated it.
Some of the rides, or it'll tell you online if rides are down and how long they'll be down. So, unfortunately, like, the other thriller ride at Magic Kingdom's going to be down until next year. Aww. So I was kind of looking forward to that. But I think it'll still be fun. And who knows, maybe it'll be so freaking hot that no one's there and we can get on rides multiple times.
True. And my coworker that goes like multiple times a year, her and her whole family, they pack one backpack, and that's their carry-on on the airplane. They get there, they literally just like wash their clothes in the hotel room. They make sure that there's like a washer and dryer. That they can do laundry there. So if they're going to be there for like 3 days, they only pack the essentials basically for like 2 days, and they do laundry.
That's smart.
And then they just fly back, so they don't have to pay for a checked bag. Like, there's different ways that you can be really money. Savvy with it.
Yeah, and we don't know if they're driving either, but
yeah.
Hopefully these ideas helped. Yeah. Let us know what you decided to go with. I think either is fine. I think Disney just has a little bit more that could be financially more intense, I guess, to your wallet compared to Universal. But again, like she said, it depends on what your kids are into right now. If they're kind of getting out of the Disney movies, maybe Universal is more their thing. I think the Harry Potter, and I haven't been to the new park yet, and that's a whole new Harry Potter is in that, and I think other new rides, so that could be a really cool one to go see. I think Jurassic Park, there's a few rides of that, to the water ride, when you think it's a fun little water ride and then you fall to your death at the end. That's fun. I feel like that was the longest hill I've ever been on. I was like, when are we going to get to the bottom? I've been stuck on this hill for 5 years. I was so scared. I don't do well with rides. We should have gone to the fair, and we could have dared to limit on the fair rides as I threw up. Anyways, let us know what you think. Make sure to follow us on our social media, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Dear Dilemma Official.
We'll see you Thursday.